Hi everyone, welcome back to Studio 33 Art by Kay. I hope you've all been having a wonderful festive season and that those of you in the Northern Hemisphere haven't been freezing too much. We've been having heat waves over here in Australia and had a week of 30 plus temperatures, but it's a cool rainy day today, so here I am in the studio. Those of you who follow me on Facebook will know that I've recently purchased some of the Mont Marte SuperCell pouring paint, and I want to try it in all the different techniques that I do just to see what the results will be. Now, I have been told this contains silicone oil, which I normally don't use anything with silicone oil in it because of the difficulty with varnishing or resining. So I will experiment with that as well. I have asked Mont Marte to confirm that for me because it doesn't say anywhere on the label and I can't see it there. So I am waiting for that confirmation to come back. So today what I'd like to do is mix some of the SuperCell. I'm going to do a small swipe on a little 10 centimetre by 10 centimetre ceramic tile. I'm going to mix that with, so I'm going to do the base with the black SuperCell, and then I'm going to use the Turquoise SuperCell. I'm going to also put on Mont Marte Pouring Paint, just the normal one, bronze, which has been mixed with a little Australian Floetrol, some Amsterdam copper with Australian Floetrol, and some of the SuperCell Pouring Paint gold, which is really nice. So a bit of a mixture this time. I'm mixing it up just to see what the reaction will be. And then I'm going to use the Amsterdam Oxide Black cell activator, so it's been mixed with Australian Floetrol, approximately 1 part paint to 4 parts Floetrol. So without further ado, I'll get on with this. It's just a little experiment. Hopefully this won't go for too long. So first of all, I'm just going to lay down the black as a base. Looks like I haven't popped the lid out, so I'll just pour it straight from the bottle, just enough to cover it. I don't want a huge amount. The paint's fairly fluid, so I'll just spread that, making sure I cover my edges. Don't want it to be too deep. So I'm just going to do a basic swipe, which I'll probably then do a small modification on, which is what I like to do. Okay, it's nice and smooth. So I'm just going to do a stripe across of these paints. So first of all, I'm going to lay down the SuperCell Turquoise. I'm just going to do a straight line through the middle there. I say straight, but it's probably not that straight. Then on top of that, I'm going to put the Amsterdam copper. Give it a small shake. So it'll be interesting to see what mixing the different brands, how that will, and types of paint, how that will affect the results. And this is the Mont Marte Pouring Paint Bronze. Should be right now. You can see that copper is really sinking. And then the SuperCell Gold. It'll be very interesting to see what happens here. Now my little swipe, I'm just going to use my little offset spatula, put some of the cell activator on there. And then I'm just going to do a little S-shaped swipe through here. Lots of beautiful cells, except for where I started. Looks like they've got buried under there a little bit. Hopefully they'll come up. I'll just put a little bit of heat on there. and see if that will bring them up. Certainly the SuperCells does give a different type of cell to when you just use the Aussie Floetrol. Now this here has happened because I think I've dragged some of the base paint. There's quite a bit of base paint on there, probably more than I need, and I've dragged that over, so it's kind of buried those colours under there, but they are under there. This is looking like a fabulous fish or something. It's even got like the mouth. So I'll just get my skewer and just modify slightly. Quite liking this guy actually. So the cells are quite large, as you can see. So I think on a really big piece, they would look really good. And it will be interesting to see how they go when I do a Dutch pour as well. I like that bit there. So with this piece here, I can know there's colours under there. I'm just going to get my little sink strainer. I'm just going to press that on there to see if that'll bring up those colours that are hidden under there. It's brought up a little bit. And maybe just use a very small little spatula. Just see if there's something under there. I know there is paint under there, hiding away. Just get some wispies going through there. It's pretty with the, I really like that beautiful turquoise with the metallics. There's a little bit going off there. Just take a little bit of colour through. Got so much negative space there, I can really bring these colours up. Just to add a little bit of interest. Maybe something over here as well. Okay. I'm really liking the large cells that are formed there with the black. I like that a lot. A bit of purple. So the bronze is just sitting there. The copper, don't know where that's gone. It's disappeared, and I've got the gold still showing there. Really loving the pattern. Now, do I spin or not? I've got a fair bit of base paint on there, so I should do a little spin just to get some of that off. I won't spin a lot though. just use my heat tool to see if it changes anything. Okay, so hopefully that will dry well with the amount of base I've got on there. I usually don't have too much trouble with that. So I'm just checking my edges to make sure they're completely covered. This side isn't. And when I pop this up on the cups to dry, I'll just make sure I scrape along the bottom as well so the paint doesn't get drawn off. But I think that's really pretty. Very quick, very pretty. Loving the larger cells. So I'll bring you down for a close-up. Here we are coming down for a close-up of this pretty piece. You can see these large black cells that have been created with the SuperCell Black and the turquoise and gold. And where we've got the Mont Marte bronze in there. I don't know where the Amsterdam copper has gone. And of course the SuperCell gold is in there. So you can see these crazy cells here. Look at that. Really interesting. Actually, there's the copper. That is the copper there, right in that center of that cell. Right there. Yeah. Thought it had disappeared, but it's very clearly there. And then coming up here, got all these interesting little shapes and cells. So it will be very interesting to see how this goes when it dries, as to whether it will take varnish when I clean it off, and whether it can be resined as well, how difficult that will be or not. So hopefully you enjoyed that one today, guys. As I say, we'll do a few in the series just so you can see how this paint performs in different techniques. Sometimes I will use just the SuperCell and sometimes I will mix it up with others. So we'll see how we go. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and I'll see you back here very soon. Bye-bye.